ultimate route to JEE success with JEE Test Prep app by Extramarks. Adaptive testing platform, India's top faculty, micro-scheduling, live and recorded sessions, doubt-solving sessions, national level weekly tests, analytics and reports. Download the app now.
Hello everyone, welcome to Extramarks. My name is Neha and today I have come up with the third part of the most important series question in which I am going to discuss the complete organic chemistry question for the JEE 2020. So this class is going to be very beneficial for all of you who are preparing for JEE 2020, and I am going to focus only on the important questions that are going to cover the complete organic chemistry. So let's start today's class without any further delay. Here is the first question. So I just want to ask all of you that on which chapter this question belongs. So this is the basically, if I talk about the organic chemistry speciality, is you cannot find out the question belong to only one chapter. So this question particularly belongs to the two chapters, as you can see, alcohol as well as hydrocarbon. So here it is. How many of you can think that they can solve this particular question? So this cover your GOC, general organic chemistry, also the alcohols. Okay, so here it is. So please try to solve this one, and I'm also explaining this particular question to all of you. So as you can see in this particular question, alcohol is given and there is an acidic medium. Along with that, heating is given. So what does it mean? As you can see, whenever there is alcohol in acidic medium will react like this one. Please focus everybody here. Okay. So after abstracting H+, as you can see, okay. So after abstracting H+, this becomes H2O and a good leaving group. So this water can leave very easily from this particular place, and what happened in the next step, there is a formation of carbocation, as you can see here. So carbocation is in this place. And all of you, if you have learned GOC very well, if you have learned the carbocation rearrangement very well, this is very unstable carbocation and carbocation can rearrange very easily. So in this case, ring expansion takes place, and after ring expansion, because carbocation needs to get rearranged and there is a ring expansion. So ring expansion, this 5-membered ring have a chance to expand into 6-membered ring, and this expansion exactly look like this one. Is it fine? Okay, so where is the positive charge is going to come? As you can see, for example, if I'm taking it as 1, this as 2, so this particular bond break and this goes here. So the positive charge is coming at this particular position. Now, what we are doing after that, as you can see, heating is given. So after heating, what will happen? This H+ removes from this particular place, and there is a formation of double bond, as you can see here. So which is the correct choice? Which is the correct choice? So which is the correct option out of these all? So as you can see, C is going to be the correct answer. Now those who have understood the GOC very well can solve this type of particular question. Otherwise you are going to fail. Where is the ring expansion is going to take place, where is the carbocation? So you must have to focus that organic chemistry does not belong to one chapter. So questions are not going to be asked from a particular chapter. So as you can see, GOC knowledge is also used in this particular question. So you have to be very focused. So that's why you have to understand the mechanism very well. Okay, still you have time, you can practice more. So let's start the another question. As you can see, here it is. Okay. So how many of you can solve this particular question? As you can see, this question also belongs to two particular chapters. What are these? What are these? As you can see, there is an alkene, hydrocarbon, as well as there is alcohol formation. That means it also belongs to alcohol. So how many of you can solve this particular question? This is very important and interesting question also. So if you want to prepare for JEE 2020, you need to focus. You need to see where you are lagging. You need to see where you are doing mistakes, and you have to learn from your mistakes. So as you can see in this particular question, please find out. So alkene is given, CH2 double bond CH2, and this is going to react. This is going to react with HOCl. How HOCl is going to break up? So as you can see, HOCl. So OH will be negatively charged, which is more electronegative out of oxygen and Cl. Please do not answer Cl. Yes, oxygen is the more electronegative. So oxygen is more electronegative, chlorine will have positive charge. I'm not going to discuss the mechanism in this particular question. So what will happen? One carbon, on the one carbon there will be OH attached, and on the other carbon there will be Cl attached, and the product exactly look like this one. As you can see, CH2, this double bond breaks, and there is addition of these two. Is it fine? Okay, so now I hope after this one you can get your answer. As you can see, the correct choice is nothing but D, but also you can conclude how this is going to be formed. Okay, so you need a basic medium, and where is the basic medium? Aqueous NaHCO3 also works the same. So this will replace Cl and gives you OH. Okay, so what is the correct choice? D. So as you can see, after the first step you are going to get the answer. So you need to get the technique how the organic chemistry questions you can do very well. Okay, so as you can see, in the another question, please try to focus what it is and how can you perform these type of a question. So in this particular question, now as you can see, which of the following does not react with periodic acid? First tell me how many of you know which is the periodic acid? Which is the periodic acid? What is the formula of periodic acid? Yes, it is HiO4. You must need to know the trick. For these type of questions, HiO4 only reacts with vicinal diols, and vicinal may be specifically it is going to react with syn diols. Also, as you can see, HiO4 reacts with, first condition it, first I am telling you it reacts with syn diols. Also, if there is such type of cases like after alcohol, if there is a ketone or aldehyde group, then also this HiO4 can give reaction and can oxidize and can break up those products. Okay, so as you can see, it can react with syn diols, syn vicinal diols. Not only syn diols, syn vicinal diols. Okay, another is conjugatively there is aldehyde, or we can say that carbon. Aldehyde ketone plus diol on adjacent, or alcohol on adjacent position, adjacent carbons. Okay, so I hope my writing you are finding that it is quite clear. Okay, so this must be the case. If these two conditions are there, then HiO4 will surely show the reaction and give you the product. So as you can see in the first case, what is the product can be formed. So I'm just going to give you the one example and I'll tell you what is the correct answer for that. So as you can see in this first question, first option, so when HiO4 react, this particular bond break. So I'm telling you what is the product you are going to get. HiO4 break, and this alcohol will be oxidized to the 1 more degree. That is, alcohol will be oxidized till aldehyde or ketone. As you can see, this is a single carbon going to oxidize till aldehyde. So you are going to get 2 HCHO molecules, right? In this case, this also react. This gets broken up like this one. But now as you can see, this is not vicinal diol. This is not vicinal diol. This is a diol but not vicinal. The condition is it must be vicinal diol, right? So this is not going to react with HiO4, and the question also asked in the similar way, which does not react. So yes, this does not react. So this will be our correct choice. Fine? Is it clear to all of you? Okay. So let's move on to the another question. So before moving to the another question, I just want to tell you, so if you are preparing in such a way, your complete organic chemistry is going to be revised, okay? So you do not have to worry, I'm always there. So now coming to the next question. So in this particular question, please look at what is given. what are they asking, and what can be the product possibility. Okay, this is not difficult, but yes, the knowledge must be needed in this particular question. Just look at the question first of all very carefully, and also look at the options very carefully. So as you can see in this particular question, you have given this compound, and they are saying that in presence of this one, ETO minus ETOH. ETO is nothing but working as a base. Okay, and the second condition is that after reacting with this one, we are going to make it react with this particular compound, and the product is going to be formed B. What is the B out of these all four options? You have to carefully look what can be the product, how the reaction will proceed. Okay, so let me tell you, first of all, please be very focused. What happened? ETO minus, I have already told you that it is working as a base. So base, first condition is that it is going to extract a proton if it is present in a molecule. So can you tell me where is the proton present? Where is the H plus present there? So now as you can see, these two hydrogens which are present at this particular carbon, are acidic in nature, and ETO minus is going to abstract these protons. So now please carefully look here. So when ETO minus react with this one, so it is going to abstract this particular proton. Okay, so this base will abstract this proton and give you this particular reagents, as you can see here. This compound you are going to get. Now the next question is how the reaction is going to proceed after this one. I hope this is clear to all of you, how this is going to form. How the reaction is going to proceed after this one. So this particular compound which is formed here is going to react with this oxirane, cyclic ring. Now how it can react? So this negative will attack on this particular carbon, or it can attack on this carbon. The product is going to be same after this one. So this is going to attack on this carbon, and this bond break, and this will remove as O minus. So the product after this one is this. Please focus. So there is one carbon, another carbon, and O minus. Clear to everyone? Okay. So after this one, what will happen? I'm going to explain in the another slide. As you can see, so we got this particular product till now, but this is not matching with the options that are given to us. So what is the correct product? Now you know that this O minus working as a nucleophile. This O minus working as a nucleophile, and there is delta plus electrophilic carbon. So this O minus attack on this carbon, and so nucleophilic substitution takes place, and this OET will remove from here, or you can show this reaction in this way. So this double bond goes here, coming back, and this will remove like this one, or directly you can attack and can remove OET. Now the product will be, can you tell me the product? Okay, so this will exactly look like this one. So here as you can see, there is a 5-membered ring form, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th carbon, 5th member. So I'm going to make a ring here. So there is double bond O, then O, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and join these. Okay, so this one, and OET will act as a leaving group at the end. So can you tell me which is the correct choice out of all these 4 options? So which is the correct answer? Yes, this is A. Fine. So these type of questions are going to be done in this particular way. You have to look at the mechanism. You have to see how the reaction will proceed. Okay. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Now coming to the next question. Here it is. So this question belongs to aldehyde and ketone carbonyl compounds, and yes, it is very, very important. Now as you can see in this, they are asking Cannizzaro, and most of you are well aware that which reaction is Cannizzaro and how the reaction will proceed, what are the conditions, what can be the product. So yes, it is a direct question, and yes, sometimes in JEE direct questions like this one can also be asked, right? So please try to understand what can be the product. You must know the condition for the Cannizzaro. How many of you know the condition for the Cannizzaro reaction? Yes, the Cannizzaro reaction, the first mandatory condition is that they should not have alpha hydrogens. Alpha hydrogen absent, should not be present, okay? First condition. After this one, there must be the need of a strong base like NaOH, KOH, and it should be concentrated. Barium hydroxide also you can use, KOH also you can use, okay? And they should be concentrated. Fine? Now, can you tell me that in which compound out of all these four options which does not have the alpha hydrogen? Yes? Can you tell me? Yes, this does not have alpha hydrogen, because when you draw the structure, so there are 3 methyl, now as you can see, and there is one CHO. So this is carbonyl group and this will be the alpha carbon, no hydrogen present. So this does not have alpha hydrogen. Yes, this will give you Cannizzaro reaction. Similarly, this does not have alpha hydrogen. This also does not have alpha hydrogen, but this have 3 alpha hydrogens. So yes, this particular compound does not give the Cannizzaro reaction. Clear? Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's move on to the another question. So as you can see here it is. This question, why I choose this question? First of all, these type of questions are very, very important because they are reagent based question. And in JEE, this is the history of for the JEE. As you can see, these questions have asked already many times, in which they are asking the distinguish. If 2 compounds are given, what is the reagent that can distinguish between 2? So you have to understand, and please make a short notes on all the reagents, that which reagent is used to specify, used to distinguish these particular functional groups. So you have to make short notes, because as you can see, many times or most of the times the questions are going to be asked from this reagent based. Okay, so please make a short note on that and keep on revising that one. So in this particular question, so now you can see there are 2 compounds given, acetophenone and benzophenone. Now what is the formula of acetophenone and benzophenone first of all? Also, both are of which functional group? Which functional group is present in both the compound? So let me tell you first of all, the formula of acetophenone is this one. Acetophenone is basically a ketone and is this one. So this is acetophenone. What about benzophenone? What about benzophenone? So now benzophenone is this one. Now you can see both are ketones. Both are ketone. Now which reagent can distinguish between these 2, which can identify these 2 functional group or can distinguish? Now 2,4-DNP, 2,4-dinitrophenyl will work for both, will react with both. Similarly, aqueous NHCO3 is also going to react with both of the compound. Benedict reagent also react with both of the compound, but this iodoform, this is nothing but iodoform reaction, I2 plus Na2CO3 works only for, so this only reacts with methyl ketone, only react with methyl ketone. Now, as you can see, this particular compound, acetophenone, is nothing but this is a methyl ketone, there is a free methyl group. So whenever it is going to react with I2 plus Na2CO3, this reagent, we are going to get iodoform, which is CHI3 as the precipitate. But in this case, there will be no reaction. So the compound used to distinguish between these 2 is iodoform reagent, which is given in the D option. Clear? Okay. So let's move on to the another question. So let's start with the another question. Here it is. So in this particular question, as you can see, that they are asking which reagent can do this following conversion, and the conversion, what the conversion says, that as you can see, double bond is exactly the same here. What is changing? This OH functional group, alcohol functional group, is going to get converted into aldehyde. Now what is happening here? So what this reaction is called? Can anybody tell me? Yes, this is an oxidation reaction. So basically they are asking that which of the following reagent can oxidize only alcohol to aldehyde but does not have effect on the alkene, does not have any effect on the double bond. So out of all these three reagents, which is going to oxidize only alcohol into aldehyde. Now as you can see, so this reagent, for that you must need to know the knowledge of the oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. So you have to learn which oxidizing agent gives specifically which product. So for that, students, I just want to tell you, please just go through your notes and try to see learn the oxidizing as well as reducing agent. Okay, so as you can see, all these three reagents only oxidize alcohol to aldehyde. That does not affect the double bond. So the correct answer is going to be all of these. Okay, so again I am telling you, for solving such question you must know about the reducing agent as well as oxidizing agents. Please go through your notes and revise complete oxidizing agent and reducing agent topic, because every year, whether it is mains paper, whether it is advanced paper, this topic is very important. The question can be asked from this particular topic, which is oxidation and reduction reaction. Okay, so I hope this question is clear. So let's move on to the another question. Now you can see here in this particular question, this belongs to which part? Yes, acidic strength and basic strength. This is one of the important topics in organic chemistry. As you can see, this is the history of the JEE paper, that every year the questions are going to be asked from the acidic strength and basic strength. As you can see, the questions from the previous years and the previous years. So you can see every year the question comes from acidic strength and basic strength. So you must have to learn this particular topic if you want to get the good marks and the good rank in JEE. Okay, so as you can see, these all are given as amine bases. Now they are asking that out of all these four, which is strongest and which is the weakest base out of all these four options. So now as you can see, please focus. The speciality of nitrogen bases are that they have lone pair. So more is the availability of lone pair, more it is available, better it will be working as a base. Now as you can see, the lone pair of this nitrogen, can participate in resonance here. Okay, so that means it is not that free. It does not involve in basicity, it is involving in resonance, it is participating in resonance. So it is not free, it does not work as a good base. Coming to the another example, now as you can see, what is the difference between these two? Again, the lone pair are also participating here, and there is a group which is NO2, and if you know that NO2 shows minus M as well as minus I, which again decreases the basicity, right? Coming to the another part, now as you can see here, in this part, considering this nitrogen is present here. So can you tell, does nitrogen participate in, the lone pair participate in resonance? No, the lone pair are not going to participate in resonance. So there is no resonance, means the lone pair are free and they can be donated to the another atom and can work as a base. Okay, so now as you can see, in this nitrogen, lone pair are not participating in the resonance, so they are free. Coming to the another example, now as you can see, in this particular part, please focus. So these lone pair can participate in resonance here as well as they can participate in resonance here also. So there is two-way resonance in the ring as well as along the CO bond. Okay, now please tell me, all of you, I am not going to tell you, you are going to tell me that out of all these four, which is going to be the strongest base and which is going to be the weakest base. Can you tell me? Just let me know fast. I have cleared all of the four options. Now it's your time to let me know that which is the correct option for this particular question. Now as you can see, this particular example, in this the lone pair are not participating in resonance, they are not busy, they are completely free, so it can work as a good base, the best base, the strongest base. So the strongest base is going to be third. Now coming to the weakest base, and also you can see from the options also. So they are asking strongest and the weakest base. Strongest will be third, and third is given in only in the option D. But also you have to tell why we are saying that fourth is the weakest base, because in this two-way resonance is happening, two-way conjugation is happening. So that's why this is one of the weakest base out of all these. Clear? Clear to everybody? Please focus on acidic strength and basic strength. This is going to be one of the important topic if you're preparing for JEE 2020 and JEE 2021 also. So please focus on acidic strength and basic strength and try to do all the previous year questions on this particular topic. You have to practice a lot. Okay? Coming to the another example. Now again this question is going to be asked from the reagents, right? And now here they are asking that which of the following can be detected by the carbilamine reaction. So for that you must know which is the carbilamine reaction, why we use that, right? So what it is going to do, what we are going to do with the carbilamine reaction, and what is the product in case of carbilamine reaction. Now if you remember that carbilamine reaction is that reaction in which only 1 degree amine participated, and they are going to give, yes, the product is going to be cyanides. Okay. Now as you can see in this case, which option is basically the primary amine. Okay, you have to focus. The carbilamine reaction is only successful for the 1 degree, so they detect only the 1 degree amine. So now as you can see here in this particular question, we can see urea is nothing but NH2CONH2, right? So is this amine? No, so directly neglected. Next, coming to the amide. So this is basically amide, not amine. So we have to ignore this one also. Coming to the C2H5NH2, yes, this is a primary amine, and this will give you carbilamine reaction. So the correct option will be C. Now what I'm going to tell you with this particular question, please note it as a tip. As you can see, carbilamine reaction is from the naming reaction. Please learn all of the naming reaction, and I suggest that everybody please write it down on the piece of the paper, complete name reactions which are present in the organic chemistry, starting from the haloalkanes, from the hydrocarbons to the nitrogen containing compound, right? So please make a short notes on all the naming reaction. Fine? Okay. So for your JEE preparation, because as you can see time is not that much, so you have to focus only on the important parts, and please learn naming reactions. Make a short note, and every day, I'm telling you, every day always look at these naming reaction, because the probability to ask question from the naming reaction is very high. Okay? Yes. So now let's move on to the another question. So please focus in this particular question. What they are asking and what can be the product. You have to look at the options also. Now they are asking the major product formed in this reaction is. As you can see, the reaction is given. Also, there is H2Ni. What H2Ni does? H2Ni is basically a reducing agent, is going to be used to reduce double bonds, triple bonds, right? Okay, so let's understand what happens when both ketone and 1 degree amine react with each other. So first of all, the product will be this one. When both of them react, and the product will be this one. Water removes and there is a formation of this product, right? After this one, they are using reducing agent H2Ni. So you know that this is basically used for hydrogenation for the double and triple bond, but we generally use for the carbon double bond, carbon triple bond. Now the question comes, ma'am, does this also reduce this C double bond N, or it is only used for C double bond C or triple bond C? Yes, H2Ni also used to reduce nitro groups, 2 amines, cyanide group, 2 amines also, right? So this also reduce this particular double bond and give you this product. So now as you can see, which is the correct option in this case? the A1, right? So you have to carefully look at the options as well as the question also. Again, I am telling you, this is going to be needed in your JEE preparation. Organic chemistry mein this type of questions are going to become, right? Okay, the conversion questions, the direct questions. The direct question comes from the naming reaction. Please remember the naming reaction. Conversion questions from mixture of chapters, right? Like we have done this particular question. And again, the oxidation reduction reaction. Please focus on every reaction that you have studied in aldehyde and ketones. Another part is Grignard reagent. So these are some of the most important topics that I am going to discuss in organic chemistry, and I have already discussed the questions from these topics, right? So let's understand another question, what it is. Yes, now as you can see, so this is one of the direct questions. So they are asking base is not found in DNA is, right? And there are 4 bases given: uracil, adenine, guanine and cytosine. So this is the direct question, and the question belongs to biomolecules, okay? So how many of you know about this particular question? Can you tell me? How many of you know about this particular question? Base is not found in DNA, right? Okay, so as you can see, 4 options: uracil, adenine, guanine and cytosine. Okay, so I am going to give you a trick that AGCT, these all 4 bases are found in DNA, and AGUC is found in RNA. Now as you can see, which is not found in DNA is uracil. So which is the correct choice? This is the correct choice, and this is the our correct answer. Fine? Okay, clear? Okay. So let's move on to the another question. So let's discuss this question. As you can see, in this particular question they have given which of the following is not a reducing sugar. So for that you must know what are the reducing sugar and what may be the functional group they can have, okay? So reducing sugars are basically those carbohydrates that contains free aldehydic group. But yet fructose does not contain any aldehyde, but still that will work as a reducing sugar, okay? So now out of all these 4 options you have to find out which is a reducing sugar, right? So as you can see, the first example, the first option they have given to us is nothing but this is fructose. Now your question must be, ma'am, how can you be very sure that this particular compound is of fructose? Yes, this is fructose because we know the molecular formula, right? And it contains C double bond O, but still it will act as a reducing sugar. Now after this one, as you can see, all of those are disaccharides. They contain 2 groups, 2 carbohydrate groups, okay? Now coming to this part, now which is going to be the reducing out of all these 3 options, which is not? For that, whenever you must have given the options like this one, please focus that either of any of the ring have a free aldehyde or not. Now, how can you be very sure that they are having any free aldehyde or not? Please look at the ether linkage. Now, as you can see, whenever these 2 are combining, the glycosidic or the ether linkage they are having, as you can see, but these sites are free. So, whenever this ring opening occur, yes, there will be a aldehydic form, right? Similarly, in this case, because the ring closing is from this one, so this particular side is non-reducing. This particular side is non-reducing, but yes, this particular side is reducing sugar. So, but overall, this will considered as reducing. Fine. So, this particular molecule will be considered as a reducing sugar. Now, coming to the C option, as you can see, this is glycosidic linkage. Now, glycosidic linkage is from the side where there must be a aldehyde or a ketonic group. Now, as you can see, both of these sites are busy in the glycosidic linkage. So, that's why this one, also this one, both part are non-reducing. So, the complete molecule will be, so this is our correct option, right? Now coming to the D part, as you can see, let's concentrate on the D part also. As you can see, this site is free, okay? Whenever the ring opening occur, there will be a aldehydic form on this side. So yes, this part will be a reducing. So complete molecule is considered as a reducing sugar. So yes, this is also reducing, but our incorrect answer, the correct answer will be only C. So as you can see, we have done successfully this particular question, and this belongs to carbohydrate biomolecule. So this considered as one of the important question. So students, the questions from carbohydrate can be asked in such a way. Also on the reaction based questions can be asked, in which you must have given some reaction. Non-reducing, reducing they can ask. They can ask the questions from polysaccharide also. So please go through the complete NCERT specifically for the biomolecules. Okay, so coming to the another question, as you can see here, is belongs to haloalkanes. Okay, so this is a reaction based question. So for that you must know what is given in the question and what can be the correct answer. So again, as I told you before, whenever there is a reaction based questions, whenever there is a conversion based question, so they mainly come from different topics. Like you can see in this question, a halogen compound A on hydrolysis with alkali followed by acidification gives acetic acid. First of all, you must know what is an acetic acid is. So acetic acid is CH3COOH, right? So now you have to see that out of all these molecules, whenever you are undergoing hydrolysis means the Cl will be replaced with the OH, right? So whenever all the four options undergo hydrolysis, which of these options going to give this product? So let's see. So as you can see, let's look at the first option. So first option may, as you can see here, so both the Cl will be replaced via OH when you undergo hydrolysis. Okay, so I'm just writing down hydrolysis product. So this going to be the product. So please tell me, so does this acetic acid? No. It is a vicinal diol. No, incorrect. Coming to the another part, so whenever this undergo hydrolysis, the product will be this one. There will be the formation of gem diol. Now you'll get the difference also. Vicinal on the adjacent carbons, gem on the same carbons. OH must be on the same carbon. And you must have also read about this particular thing, that carbon containing both OH group is not stable. So there will be repulsion, and due to that repulsion, there is a removal of water automatically. So what is going to be formed? CH3CHO. Does this acetic acid? No. This is acetaldehyde, not acetic acid. Coming to the another question. Now you can see here another option. The product will be this one. Please focus here. There will be OH, then CH2, then CHOH. Now as you can see, the product will be this one, CH2OH, and there will be CHO. Again, it is not matching with this one. Okay. Now coming to the D option. So there is 3 chlorine. So all these 3 chlorine are going to replace with the OH. So as you can see here, CH3, C, 3 chlorine will be replaced by 3 OH. Just now I told you that on a carbon 2 OH are not stable. Still there are 3. Again they are not stable. Again there will be removal of H2O. So when you remove H2O, what is the product? Can you tell me? CH3COOH. That is nothing but acetic acid. So the correct option will be D. Clear, students? Okay. So for these questions you have to practice in such a way. Okay. Now coming to the another question. As you can see, this question is information based question. For these you must know what is an antibiotic, what are analgesic, what are the examples. So you have to learn all the examples. And for this, I know this is quite difficult to learn what are antibiotic. Definition is simple, but the examples are quite difficult, but you have to learn, because sometimes JEE asks the direct questions on the chemistry in everyday life, on the drugs, on the we can say the reagents, the soaps, detergent. So you have to be very focused. You have to learn the examples also. Okay, so you do not need to go through much for this topic. You have to focus only on the NCERT. For the biomolecules, the environmental chemistry and the chemistry in everyday life, you have to read only the NCERT. You have to focus only on the NCERT. That is more than enough, okay? Now coming to this part, streptomycin is basically a drug which is an antibiotic. So this is information based question. So for these question, either you know the answer, either you do not know. There is nothing in between, okay? So for these, you have to focus on the NCERT. So this is our correct option, right? Now coming to the D part, as you can see, let's concentrate on the D part also. As you can see, this site is free, okay? Whenever the ring opening occur, there will be a aldehyde form on this side. So yes, this part will be a reducing. So complete molecule is considered as a reducing sugar. So yes, this is also reducing, but our incorrect answer, the correct answer will be only C. So as you can see, we have done successfully this particular question, and this belongs to carbohydrate biomolecule. So this considered as one of the important question. So students, the questions from carbohydrate can be asked in such a way. Also on the reaction based questions can be asked, in which you must have given some reaction. Non-reducing, reducing they can ask. They can ask the questions from polysaccharide also. So please go through the complete NCERT specifically for the biomolecules. Okay. So coming to the another question, as you can see here, is belongs to haloalkanes, okay? So this is a reaction based question. So for that, you must know what is given in the question and what can be the correct answer. So again, as I told you before, whenever there is a reaction based questions, whenever there is a conversion based question, so they mainly come from different topics. Like you can see in this question, a halogen compound A on hydrolysis with alkali followed by acidification gives acetic acid. First of all, you must know what is an acetic acid is. So acetic acid is CH3COOH, right? So now you have to see that out of all these molecules, whenever you are undergoing hydrolysis means the Cl will be replaced with the OH, right? So whenever all the four options undergo hydrolysis, which of these options going to give this product? So let's see. So as you can see, let's look at the first option. So first option may, as you can see here, so both the Cl will be replaced via OH when you undergo hydrolysis, okay? So I'm just writing down hydrolysis product, so this going to be the product. So please tell me, so does this acetic acid? No. It is a vicinal diol. No, incorrect. Coming to the another part, so whenever this undergo hydrolysis, the product will be this one. There will be the formation of gem diol. Now you'll get the difference also. Vicinal on the adjacent carbons, gem on the same carbons. OH must be on the same carbon. And you must have also read about this particular thing, that carbon containing both OH group is not stable. So there will be repulsion, and due to that repulsion, there is a removal of water automatically. So what is going to be formed? CH3CHO. Does this acetic acid? No. This is acetaldehyde, not acetic acid. Coming to the another question. Now you can see here another option. The product will be this one. Please focus here. There will be OH, then CH2, then CHOH. Now as you can see, the product will be this one, CH2OH, and there will be CHO. Again, it is not matching with this one, okay? Now coming to the D option, so there is 3 chlorine. So all these 3 chlorine are going to replace with the OH. So as you can see here, CH3, C, 3 chlorine will be replaced by 3 OH. Just now I told you that on a carbon 2 OH are not stable. Still there are 3. Again they are not stable. Again there will be removal of H2O. So when you remove H2O, what is the product? Can you tell me? CH3COOH. That is nothing but acetic acid. So the correct option will be D. Clear, students? Okay. So for these questions you have to practice in such a way. Okay. Now coming to the another question. As you can see, this question is information based question. For these, you must know what is an antibiotic, what are analgesic, what are the examples. So you have to learn all the examples. And for this, I know this is quite difficult to learn what our antibiotic definition is simple, but the examples are quite difficult, but you have to learn, because sometimes JEE asks the direct questions on the chemistry in everyday life, on the drugs, on the we can say the reagents, the soaps, detergent. So you have to be very focused. You have to learn the examples also, okay? So you do not need to go through much for this topic. You have to focus only on the NCERT. For the biomolecules, the environmental chemistry and the chemistry in everyday life, you have to read only the NCERT. You have to focus only on the NCERT. That is more than enough, okay? Now coming to this part, streptomycin is basically a drug which is an antibiotic. So this is information based question. So for these questions, either you know the answer, either you do not know. There is nothing in between, okay? So for these, you have to focus on the NCERT.
For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to Extramarks Test Prep YouTube channel.